Yes. Who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? And the reason why you have to go through, all of us are basically the same. The only difference between the haves and the have-nots are their habits. Yeah. Warren Buffett said something I like. Habits are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. You need to write that down. You need to write that down. If you change your habits, that's why you want to be in a community of collaborative, achievement-driven relationships. You want to be in a community with somebody who's been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt, who's on the level where you would like to be and go beyond. All of us are the same. I like to make it simple. All of us are the same. The only difference between you and your family members, you and your friends, are your habits. Your habits. Think about it. Think about it. I separated myself from somebody the other day that I love. But that person's habits. Well, why didn't you try and help them? Because they wouldn't help themselves. It takes energy to live the life that you want to live. And most people are not willing to change their habits. They just want to do what they want to do. There's a process to becoming successful, to releasing your greatness, to identifying your goals and being able to go through the hoops and work through systemic racism and all the other barriers that we're aware of and not aware of. There's a process. And the ones who break through, like me, you got to be hungry. Well, how did you do it? Born in an abandoned building on a floor with a twin brother, don't even know your parents, labeled educable, mentally retarded. I was hungry. How did you do it? The failing in the 8th grade at Booker T. Washington High School in Miami. I was hungry. That's how I did it. You want to make it? You got to be hungry. If there's not a name of Rockefeller or Trump behind your name, you got to be hungry. You hear me? Because the deck is stacked against you. Get over it. That's the way it's set up. And when you listen to Choosing Your Future, it will give you the mind, fuel, and power. You'll get into my thinking. You'll see how I got here. When you listen to Choosing Your Future, you'll see. You want to keep a social distance from poverty, social distance from hard times, social distance from being poor, social distance from living a life of mediocrity, social distance from people who are not going anywhere, a social distance from people who don't want anything, social distance from people who don't have goals and dreams. Why? Because they rub off on you. This road that you want to get on, this life that you're seeking, it's uncommon. It's different. And sometimes it's lonely. I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dull by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the still calm of utopia. I will never cower before the master, nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, and face the world boldly and say, this I have done. You know why you're listening to me? Because you're uncommon. Everything I'm saying is common sense, but common sense is not common practice. You're different. Get over it. Understand that. Everybody's not going to get it. Reverend Ike was right. The best thing to do for the poor is not be one of them. Are the people who think like I think. Are the people who can do what I've done plus more. Why? That's just the way it is. Jesus said, all power is in my hands. Oh, got to tell you. By the way, the poor will always be among you. Sorry. Oh, come on, Jerusalem Slim. Oh, my gosh. Les, why are you on today? Because I want to help those who want to be helped. Those who just need a way out. Those who just need a word. There was a point in my life I said, Lord, give me a sign when I was waiting for the sheriff to come and knock on the door. Give me a sign that you're real. And the knock came. I came to the door. I was holding the Bible and the Holy Quran and the Kabbalah. He said, you lesbrown? Yes, sir. We're here to evict you today. I said, I'm standing on his word. He said, no problem, sir. Bring the Bible, the Holy Quran, and the Kabbalah and stand on the sidewalk and hopefully call some friends to help you move your furniture off the sidewalk because we're about to set everything out. I cried. He wasn't moved. I think he was playing a violin. Mr. Brown, this is the world's smallest violin, playing the world's saddest song. I'm losing my home. Poor little thing. Keeping it real. As the millennials say, I'm keeping it real. I'm speaking truth to power, the power of your mind. Guess what? I'm still here. Guess what? Everything I lost, I got it back, plus more. And you can and will too. You listen to me. You become a part of my community of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships. Don't try and do this by yourself. Jesus had a posse of 12. You just got to get around the right people because people rub off on you. As I said, all of us are the same. Only thing that separates us are our habits. When I change my habits, see, poor people have habits. They do things in a certain way. Wealthy people have habits. They do things in a certain way. I studied wealthy people. And when you have a goal and dream and you are hungry, the odds don't matter. I can't tell you the number of people saying, you're going to speak? Has something happened that I don't know? What do you mean by that? Have you gone to college since I've known you? No. What about any night courses you've taken? No. You don't have any college degree at all? No. Who's going to hire you? IBM, Xerox, General Electric, McDonald's Corporation, Fortune 500 companies, churches, organizations around the world. How are you going to develop the credibility? I don't know. I'm taught, lean not unto thine own understanding. I'm taught, walk by faith and not by sight. I'm taught, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Whoa. Brother, you need some counseling. Have you ever had people tell you you're crazy because your dream is too big? Too big for who? Listen to me. Never let someone tell you what you can't do, especially if they haven't done it. They don't know you like that. And some people, as Kareem Ellis would say, you need to give them a pink slip. They don't need to go into 2021 with you, because your goal is in 2021 is to get it done. No, there's some people you need to fire. Life is like an elevator. The higher you go up, you have to stop and let some people off because they don't share your vision. They're not in alignment with your purpose. In order to achieve your goals, it takes everything in you. A.L. Williams, come forth, sir. He said, all you can do is all you can do. And all you can do is enough. But make sure you do all you can do. If you had your life to live over again, could you have done more than what you have done thus far? Come on. Ain't nobody looking. Well, if anybody around you, they'll blink your eyes. Say, I see you. Yeah. You know what sin means in the Aramaic language? Falling short of the mark. This thing called life, it's serious. And right now, this is the most serious time in my lifetime being on the planet. And so it requires serious effort. It requires a new game plan. It requires rituals and practices and habits that empower you, that will give you a breakthrough. You need breakthrough thinking in this period where you are. Did you hear me just now? If you don't change yourself, if you don't change your mindset, you are unprepared for what you will see. You're unprepared. Why? Les? Because the world that you've become conditioned to, the world that you once lived in, the requirements are different. That world no longer exists. There's nothing normal about it. Nothing. And we have to find a way to keep it moving, to work around it, to do what we need to do to stay alive. And don't join the crazies. You're here for a reason. You're here to do the greater work. I had to remind myself of that. And I said, what can I do to impact more people? And the computer gives me that opportunity to reach more people. Some people don't have nothing. And at least I can give away something that can lift their mind, their heart, and their spirit, because I'm here as a result of God's grace and mercy. And he didn't give me an invoice. I'm grateful. This is a special moment. You have something special. I talked to a friend of mine, Jamal. He saw me yesterday and he said, man, he said, I couldn't sleep last night. I saw you yesterday. It triggered something in me. It triggered something in me. And I was working all night, man. See, everybody's not going to hear your voice. And that's okay. Don't get your feelings hurt. They're not on the same page with you. And that's okay. Communicate with the people who are. Remember that song years ago? If you can't love the one you love, if you can't have the one you love the one you with. Oh, boy. If you can't have the one you love the one you with. Your superpower is your calling. A job is what you get paid for. Your calling is what you're made for. Here's something else. Not only is your dream possible, but you've got to decide. It's necessary. Why? Because you're going to get some resistance. An airplane can't fly without the resistance of air. You can't learn good horsemanship by riding a tame horse. And the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, when the dream is big enough, the odds don't matter. No guts, no glory. Faith not tested can't be trusted. And so it's necessary when stuff happens that you keep the faith. Come on, Adam Clayton Powell. Keep the faith, baby. Right now, keep the faith. Keep the faith. No. Don't talk about what has happened to you. Keep the faith. Anchor yourself. Calm yourself. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Believe in miracles. Miracles still happen. But I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel because you are trying to see what you are. You are the light. Get with it. And you're going to be stronger. Everything, I'm looking back at my life, every major setback in my life, when I got through it, I was stronger and better because of it. It contributed to me becoming the person that I am now. It contributed to me being able to speak to millions of people around the world. And all my friends who had more education, all my friends who had such great opinions about why I couldn't do it. My mother, Mrs. Mamie Brown, said, opinions are like behinds. Everybody's got one. Listen, the things that happen for us. Hello? Yes. It's a training. It's a preparation. Now look back, all the stuff that I've been through, and I'm still here. I'm saying to you, it's real. People said, no test, no testimony. That's real. It sounds cute, but you're being tested now. Don't stop. You're being tested now. Don't give up. You're being tested now. Don't give in. You're being tested now. So you can have a testimony. And you don't know how strong you are until you have to become strong. You're God's miracle child. I talked to a man who's going through our training. When he was a baby, my Lord, he fell. He got through the rails where they were living in an apartment, fell from the third floor. And doctor said he was going to die. He didn't have long to be here. And his mother, rather than just let him be on life support, gathered him up and said, I want to take my baby home. And he's still here. Motivating people. He couldn't hear because of the injuries. Blind. Couldn't talk. Newborn, little baby, little boy. Fell 3 stories. And now, he said, I want people to know they're a miracle because I'm a miracle. He went through some stuff. Whew. Boy, when he told that story last night, you could hear a pin drop as I was working with him on his story. Oh my. He said, I've been searching for you, Mr. Brown, for a long time, for 10 years. I've been searching for you, for us, pardon me, to have this moment that we're having right now, to be able to talk to you through my computer. It finally happened. I've been looking forward to this moment, sir. I said, sir, feel honored to be in your presence. You are God's miracle child. You fell 3 stories as a baby. Oh my God. Oh, but the power of prayer and a mother's love. Give me my child. You determine the diagnosis, but God determines the prognosis. Give me my child. Gathered him up, disconnected those tubes, and carried a miracle out into the parking lot to get in the car to take home. Whew. Look at God. You've had some experiences. You've had some experiences that God has done for you, through you, as you, and you knew it was not you. I give him the praise. I give him the credit. Some of you, this is a breakthrough moment as you're listening to me right now. It's a breakthrough moment. You can hear me in your heart. It's stirring something up now. Now you know this is not it for you. You know when you look at me, when you look at my eyes, you know that you got to be hungry. That hunger brings out a fierceness in you and refuses to be denied, that it's possible, that it's necessary, that it's you, that you take personal responsibility for where you are. And it's hard. And you can do hard. You can do hard. Oh, it's hard. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. So you said hard? Okay.